Prime Minister says she is happy to meet with the families of the CTV building victims to discuss the recent police decision to not prosecute over the building's collapse. The 6-storey office block pancaked during the February 2011 earthquake, killing 115 people, way over half of the people killed on that day, including 65 international language students. Last week, the police announced there was not enough evidence to charge any of the building's engineers, but that was rejected by some of the victims' family, who held a media conference today calling for justice. Maya Burry was there.
Man Al-Kazi lost his wife Masoon Abbas in the CTV building collapse. Speaking on behalf of some of the families at a press conference in Christchurch this afternoon, he said they are now seeking legal advice as to what their options for redress are.
We hope that all New Zealanders will understand and support the families' position in standing up for their loved ones that died unacceptable death in the CTV building. We had been seeking closure and hoping and praying someone would be held accountable.
Last week, the police announced after a 3-year, $1.2 million police investigation, the building's designers, Alan Ray and David Harding, wouldn't be criminally charged, even though the police were advised a host of design deficiencies caused the collapse because there was insufficient evidence. The Justice Minister, Andrew Little, is now looking at introducing a corporate manslaughter charge to ensure prosecutions can be brought against people responsible for workplace disasters. Man Al-Kazi says they will be requesting to meet with Andrew Little, as well as the Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern before Christmas, to discuss how justice can be achieved for the families.
The current prosecution case that's been turned down by the police, we would like to revisit that because it's injustice and unfair. So I will definitely discuss this.
Jacinda Ardern told RNZ News this afternoon she is happy to meet with the families, but the decision not to prosecute was an operational one.
At this point, I don't want to raise expectations, when we are really at the beginning of looking at this area. But if they wish to meet with me, I am more than willing to do that. As I say, I can only imagine what they've gone through. It's really impossible for someone in my position to comprehend it without having been there myself.
Tim Elms lost his daughter Teresa McLean in the CTV building collapse. Mr Elms says he keeps in touch with some of the families of the 28 Japanese students who also perished, and says they are gravely concerned about how legal responsibility is going to be pursued in this case. He understood the Japanese families would be seeking support from their government.
A lot of the overseas families I've been keeping in contact with, some of them just cannot understand, can't understand that. Personally, I'd like to see the whole thing wrap up. It has been going a long time, and we don't want to be seen as antagonistic or anything like that. It's not right.
The CTV families are planning a protest in Christchurch this weekend. They are also expected to meet the police on December 14th to discuss the decision not to prosecute. For Checkpoint, Maya Burry.